All right. Well, good morning or hello. It is morning here on Sunday. Sorry I didn't get a recording last week, but was a little busy with some things going on. So what a week last week. It was Dorian. Wow, and still doing damage up in the north. So feel so badly for the people in the Bahamas. Feel fortunate for us, South Carolina, North Carolina, maybe not so much. If there's any way, I hope that you guys can do some help for those people in need in the Bahamas. I know that we're seeking to do so, and I hope you can as well. Um, Hope everybody made it through okay. And for us, just mess and picking things up. You can right behind me there with the palm trees moving in the backyard. All that was covered with wood just a few days ago. So it's nice to have some light in the home. Excuse me. So we had one day last week, and it started. We started getting graded papers back, which is a good thing, and maybe a bad thing for some people thinking so. But it's a good place for us to understand a gauge of where we are. So what we did is we did a practice for the FTC, and then got general feedback, and now specific feedback. And please remember that Wednesday of this week, you have your first FTC live, if you will. That's going to be that grade. For the paper as opposed to just participation grade. Please have those in on Wednesday so I can get them back to you by Friday so that we can get on our weekly schedule again, or initially, I suppose. But all in all, they were good, and we have some good voices there. There are just a lot of details that we're not paying attention to, or haven't paid attention to, haven't had to pay attention to. So hopefully, we got a lot of that out of the way and out of our system, so that we can build on what we have, what the expectations are for the course itself. It was good to see everybody last Friday, and I'm looking forward to a full week this week. Although I think we'll be exhausted by the end of the week. We will also be working with Flannery O'Connor stories this week. We have The River that we'll be finishing up. Then we have two other stories we'll be working on. You'll be getting one tomorrow, another on Wednesday. We're I'm trying to get through these five stories there. We got kind of a week behind with the storm, but we'll do some catch up and working on getting that organized as well. What we're really trying to do is trying to get a handle on what it's like to read fiction and how we should be reading fiction, and how fiction, we talked in the beginning, how does it reflect our lives, or do our lives reflect in that? How do we understand a time and a space? We're also working on the ideas of symbolism and the archetypal notion of symbolism, going back to Carl Jung. Definitely not the first person to deal with the notion of archetypes, but absolutely bringing it to our consciousness. And we have a guy we're going to deal with a little bit, Bakhtin, Mikhail Bakhtin. We're not going to go deeply into him, but we are going to be talking about how his notions of authorial intent and the baggage that we carry as both writer and reader, we cannot escape in the things that we read. Therefore, they are intrinsically, and we talked about intrinsic nature of things, intrinsically reflective of a time and space. And so we're looking to do that. Um, and we're just really developing the fundamentals and foundations of our reading skills at this level that they need to be. We already talked about the first live FTC coming in on Wednesday. We're going. If you are having trouble with that, if you're having trouble understanding what I wrote, if you don't understand what you need to be doing, you need to be sending me a note via email, or you need to come into my room. I'm there usually around 7:30 in the morning. And give yourself 5 or 10 minutes to come in and talk about the stuff. Bring in your work, bring in ideas, so we can have something to talk about. And that's open all the way up until, say, Wednesday morning. You're welcome to be working on those Wednesday morning when you get to school, but they are due when they're due, and this week especially, because I would like to get them in and then get them graded Wednesday and Thursday, so that I can get them back to you by Friday, so we can get on our weekly schedule again. As mentioned last week, please pay attention to budgeting your time. We all have to do it. It's a Sunday. If you can see in the window behind me, it's beautiful outside. Yesterday was my play day. Today's my work day. I'm budgeting my time. Am I perfect at this? Absolutely not. I'm a flawed human being. But please work at diligently budgeting your time and bringing questions to me. This is a new world for many of you, so please bring your questions to me if you're wondering, what should I be doing? And as I mentioned before, I'm trying to give you time frames of how long it should take you to do assignments. If it's taking you an exorbitant amount of time beyond that, please come talk to me. Talk to me about your process. Talk to me about what you're doing. And let's try to figure out a process to help you be more efficient in the work that I'm asking you to do. And I hope that helps. And if you have any questions, both either parents or students, don't hesitate to contact me, bell.craig@brevardschools.org. And I look forward to hearing from you and look forward to reading more of your work. And I'm really looking forward to delving into the odd Southern Gothic world of Flannery O'Connor more deeply this week. Thank you very much. Have a great week.